Welcome back, FS Club members. Make sure if you guys like this video, you guys pound that like button. And if you have not subbed, make sure you guys hit that sub button. This is all the FS19 confirmed stuff that we have found out. Thank you for Virtual Farmer for finding out all this stuff for us and letting us know. I will leave his link to his channel in the description box. And here we go. Release date has been confirmed for November 20th. So it's July 19th, so we have about almost exactly 4 months away. 3 maps at launch. There will be American, Western European, and then of course the Estancia La Pacho, which of course is the map that came with the Platinum. The new American map is called Ravenport. The standard map size is still going to be 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, so that's it. 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. Same thing we've been having in FS17. Cotton and oats are the only new crops. I'm very happy with still the cotton and oats and seeing how they're actually going to work and all that. Wildlife includes deer as well as birds. I had no idea about deers. There was a little bit mentions, rumors about more wildlife, but I'm glad to see deer is going to be in it too. There is no change to traffic. This is due to historic misuse, because you don't want farmers to be sitting there grabbing, forklifts and all that stuff and trying to pick up cars and trying to put them in the fields and all that. That just won't look that good. Okay. 3 new game modes replaces the existing difficulty levels, and those will be basic, which is easy we're used to, farm manager, which is the normal mode, and then start with nothing, which is the hard mode, which I can't wait to play with start with nothing. And then character creator. Player characters are far more customizable in FS19. I probably spelt a lot of this stuff wrong, so I'm sorry, guys. The aspects that are currently being customized are characters, character, hat, hair, hat, jacket, and accessories. There's a lot more customizations. More customizations are planned. They did not show female at the thing, but there will be female in it. Okay, vehicle equipment. Vehicle interiors are now more detailed with animated pedals, joysticks, switches, and more. Those are also visible from the outside. So we're going to be able to see them pushing switches and the pedals going down, joysticks, and all that good stuff. Interiors now displays now light up when the lights are activated. So all tractors and everything will be lit up. Thank you. Let's see. I have not found anything about beacon reflections, guys, or hazards or anything like that. When I do, I will let you guys know. And this is to our console players, which is included with me. Okay, new suspension system that has independent suspension for both cabin seat, very realistic movement in first-person view. So if you're in first person, you're driving a tractor, you're going to see your seat moving and all that good stuff. Equipment now has dynamic hoses that can connect to the back of tractors. Hoses also connect from a front-mounted piece of equipment to a rear-mounted one. So that's going to be awesome to see, like, it look more realistic. New wear and tear system that shows visible damage on equipment. So we're going to see, like, paint scuffs and all that good stuff on it. Great. Equipment must be repaired to function fully. What I've heard is basically like there could be electrical issues and all that good stuff on it. Vehicles now have gearboxes, can be set to automatic, semi-automatic, or fully manual, which I've been really wanting this. Can't wait to sit there and drive it in manual. Wheels are now cylinders, no more falling off the side of flatbed trailers when only half the wheel is off. So, like in FS17, if you drive, a tractor right up onto a flatbed, if you have half that wheel off, usually, the whole tractor just falls right on over. Well, now whenever you drive that tractor up, even if it's like halfway off, it still won't fall off. Like it should not fall off. Okay, light models now shared across vehicles and equipment in the same way as wheels. Okay, in FS17, we have the options, twin wheels, narrow wheels. Well, that's going to be the same thing in FS19. We're also going to have a thing with light models now, like maybe twin lights or roof lights and, all that good stuff. Okay, there is no IC control. No passenger script, which really I don't really like because the multiplier and everything that's going to be in FS19. There's no GPS. New piece of equipment was revealed, which is the Brindle K105 Fertilizer Spreader. The smaller version of the one that's in the game right now. Okay, caulk lime added to the game. Replaces the requirement to plow every third harvest. You now need to spread lime instead. Makes me so happy. I hate spending like about an hour, hour and a half with a little plow trying to harvest a big field every third harvest. Now the texture that turns the ground white when being spread. So when you spread lime, it's going to turn the ground white. That's pretty cool. Okay, animals. Animals grazing areas are now placeable. So where they graze and all that, it's going to be placeables. Number of animals you can have is limited by the size of grazing area. So guys, no more 1,000 cows or 1,500 sheep and all that stuff. You're going to now be limited. Kind of like, remember how FS15 we had, remember silos were basically unlimited. Then FS17 came out, we had limitations on the grain silos. So now we're going to have limitations on the animals. The larger your grazing area, the more animals you can have. To add more animals, you need to add a larger placeable area. So I believe this probably being like the smaller, cheaper one, or you can expand it or something. And then we have one animal area for each type of animal per player / team. So you can only have, like, if you're a single player, you can only have one cow placeable area, one sheep placeable area, yeah, horse area, and all that. Okay, weeds. Weeds grow among your crops and need to be removed to ensure best yield. So it is a completely separate system this year. They can be removed using a weeder at the first stage of growth. And I guess you can actually see them and all that stuff. Removing them later requires them to be sprayed off and then they will wither and disappear, which is really cool. New shop. Shop has been completely rebuilt. So, you know, the shop that you go into in FS17, yeah, where you buy all your vehicles and everything, it looks completely different. Tractor shop categories now split into small, medium, and large tractors. So no more, click on that tractor section, and you have to go through that whole list to see all those tractors. When purchasing something from the shop, you can get a real-time 3D preview that updates as you select options, which that's awesome. So that means if you want to change that color, it's going to show right then and there. If you want to put twin wheels on it, it's going to show it. Shop looks like the interior of a warehouse when previewed items sitting in it on the right side of the screen and the options floating on the left. So that's the picture I've seen, it looks really good. Build your farm, like one of the biggest things. Yeah, I know people like the John Deere. This is my big thing right here. Build your own farm. You can now either use a pre-built farm or start your own from scratch, which I'll probably be starting all mine from scratch. Everything you need for your farm is now placeable. So everything for the farm is now placeable. And the ground will level to allow placement of those. So now no more gaps and all that kind of stuff. Ground textures can be changed. So what that means is build up your farm and everything. You can go ahead and put gravel road in. So we've been really missing that on consoles. We've been trying to make do of what we got or whatever. So it's going to be nice for actually be able to build our own roads or pavement and all that good stuff. Concrete. Okay, areas in the map are now purchased instead of fields. No more buying fields, you buy areas in the map. An area consists of multiple fields, farm buildings, and any other feature of a map. And all areas can be sold. That means you can, start off with a little farm and then you be like, hey, I want to move. So you can basically sell all that stuff, sell the area, and go ahead and move. Multiplayer. There can be up to 4 teams of players on a map. Since FarmCon Giants are investigating increasing this to 8, no idea how this is going to work for consoles, and I'm very excited to see how it works. Teams can purchase their own area to work and can have their own animals, one placeable for each animal type. That is going to be awesome, mainly on consoles. Because that means, like, me and Smoke. That means Smoke can have his own farm. I can have my own farm. So, yeah, that's going to be awesome. It's more competitions and everything. And, like, we're going to start off, we're going to be like, hey, we want to buy the most areas. Or I want to try to get more areas than Smoke and try to build up my farm bigger than Smoke. So more competition. Missions now work in multiplayer. So no more just only working in single player. They now work in multiplayer. And there is no longer time limits for missions. You can either lease the farmer's equipment or use your own, which what Virtual Farmer said, this opens up another option of being basically a contractor. You basically start with nothing, buy yourself a little bitty equipment or whatever, and start doing a whole bunch of missions and all that stuff. And then after that, you can basically build up and buy your farm and everything. Start from nothing, work your way to the top. Graphics. Okay, this is graphic stuff, guys. New transparent menus. You can see far more of the game without the overlay getting in the way. So no more big old black boxes getting in the way anymore. A more minimal and cleaner look. Speed, fuel level, and other vehicle information no longer displayed in box, but as an overlay. What I'm getting at is basically this could be a transparent thing. Weather and time moved further into the right-hand corner, so most of these are going to be actually into the corners now. Like last time with FS17, they're not directly into the corner. Now they're going to be directly into the corner. Okay, dynamic clouds. They look really good. They roll and change as they move across the sky, which yeah, they can move in all directions, south, west, north, east. Rain can be seen approaching before it even starts. That is cool. And there's also wind, so we're actually gonna be seeing, our crops moving in the wind and all that good stuff. At least that's what I got from that part. Okay. New material texture system for vehicles and equipment. They're much more realistic textures. Predefined materials with their own gloss and structures. These include metal, black and colored, plastic, black and colored, and leather, and there's more than that. So metal's going to look like metal. Plastic's going to look, they're going to have different kind of like shadows and colors and all that kind of stuff. It's going to look more realistic. So when you look at leather, it is going to look like real leather. Material maps are aligned in a grid in the materials editor. This is stuff with like if you're using Giants editor or making mods and all that stuff. Yeah, the same thing with this. A color map can be defined at location 0, 0. So if you're a mod maker, this is probably good stuff for you. Diffuse and reflection maps completely removed. See, most of the stuff I have no idea about. Red channel and specular map now repurposed for abrasion textures. So you can see abrasions and stuff. This currently works for metal. It will appear on other material, but will only show a metal. So what this means is basically, okay, like the wear and tear on the tractors. So when that paint starts scuffing off, you will see basically like the shiny metal that's underneath it. Now in like when your leather starts wearing off, you're not if you go to the bottom of that, you're going to see shiny metal again, which that's not how it's supposed to work. So that's why it's only for metal so far. No alpha channel in the specular mayo. Q maps for reflections now part of the game maps. If you ever looked at some of the reflections on some of the tractors or whatever, you'll see like what I always see is like these mountains. I think it's Hagenstead, which that's not how it's supposed to be. So now whenever you put tractors and stuff on different maps, it's actually going to show the right reflections. Okay, predefined colors for different brands. Vent green that can be used in GE, which is Giants editors, are XML. So basically, whenever these mod makers are sitting there using, like making like a Fendt tractor or whatever, they don't have to sit there and try to use like these different colors. They actually get the real colors for like the Fendt green and all that, and like John Deere, of course. Okay, color and material defined in either GE or XML. This all results in less RAM needed for texture, so models can be more detailed. So the models of mods we're going to be getting are going to look a lot better. Texture maps set up using a plugin for Maya. No support for Blender, but is being worked on. No support for 3ds Max. Let's see. Lighting. This is lighting in the game. No more coronas. Game generates bloom. Lights are now self-eliminating light shapes. So basically, like, those are gonna be different kind of like light reflections now. So like lights that are gonna be shining on farms and all that kind of stuff, on buildings, are gonna be different kind of shapes and all that now of what your lights are on your tractors. Allows for more intricate lighting shapes. Vehicle sounds. They tried to make the sounds as realistic as possible. Similar numbers of sounds in FS19 compared to 17, but sounds are now more detailed. Challenge was to get the sounds as the vehicles had to be located and recorded on site, which some of these vehicles are really old and it's hard to find them. Each vehicle has a sweet spot for each sound, and the sound are recorded under different situations. So what I'm getting out of that is like like going up a hill or like basically pulling something. Okay, environmental sounds. Environmental sounds in FS19 are more complex than FS17. New sound options in GE, such as only playing at night or day in certain weather conditions, or only at a specific time of day. So when people are making these maps or mods or anything, they can set it basically like in maps. like at night, whatever, you can have cricket. This is a certain time that crickets will be here, sound going off, or this sound will be going off, or this one. Okay, more diversity sound in FS19 over FS17. More surface sound details. If you notice in FS17, one of the best sounds I really heard in that game was whenever you sit there and run over gravel. You know, you get that gravel crunching sound. Well, there's going to be a lot more surface sounds in FS19. Individual horn sounds were requested, but it's not possible yet, so hopefully in the future. And there's no word on slack count or bail limit for us console players. So let me know what you guys think about all this. If you guys are excited, just let me know in the comment section. Make sure if you guys do like this video, you guys pound that like button. And if you have not subbed, make sure you guys make sure you guys do. And if you sub, make sure you hit that bell notification every time I upload. You guys will know about it. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day.